Semen retention is not about sex. Never has been. Never will be. Ultimately, this practice of holding your balls in is about authority. Authority over yourself. Authority over your own life. And ultimately, authority starts with self-control. Self-control is about reclamation of your decision-making capabilities. Taking a moment, sitting down, deciding who is making the decisions here. Who is in control of the trajectory of my life? Is it me? Is it my conscious divine will? Is it the will of the Father, the will of God? Or is it my cravings? Is it my urges? Is it my little wants, needs, and desires? These things that, if you listen to them, they will drag you down to the metaphorical pits of hell. Are you listening to that? To these freaking parasitic entities that are only looking to suck you of your time, attention, and energy? Or is it your conscious will, your prefrontal cortex, that is making the decisions in your life? A man who can control his strongest urge, his strongest craving, he controls his direction. And holy crap, bro. Retention alone will train you to just act from pure choice, not impulse. Because, bro, when you're in those trenches and there is nothing other than booty on your mind, to put it simply, and pardon my French, but you can sit in that agony of your body basically wanting to partake in these habits. That builds freaking roots in your psyche. You become so rooted, so grounded in your own energy, in your own centeredness, in who you are. When you can freaking sit in that pain, when you can reclaim your decision-making capabilities and saying, just because there is a parasitic entity and addiction that wants to take my time, attention, and energy, doesn't mean I have to listen. I don't have to believe my thoughts. I don't have to believe my cravings. I don't have to believe my urges. They are temporary and they are false. That is true power. As Lao Tzu said, the man who can control others is powerful, or has power or something. But the man who can control himself, he is the man that I truly fear. Because who cares if you can have authority over other people, if you can't even have authority over your own self, over your own decisions, the things that you're partaking in a day-to-day basis. Becoming trained to act from choice and not from impulse. That is power that most men will never even touch. Because most men are freaking addicts, bro. They are addicts to everything. They are addicts to the substances. They are addicts to the websites. They are addicts to their women. And I gotta say this with a little bit of humility, because I'm not preaching from my ivory tower, as I always have to say. We have to make sure we ground this in reality. I'm a man who struggles with these things from time to time. And I'm not perfect. At least not yet. We're working on that. But this shit is difficult. But all you can ever do is your best. And so from day to day, moment to moment, who is calling the freaking shots? We're going into a whole new year. And while I don't really want to make a video about like, oh, 2026, new year, new me type bullshit. No. New year, same shit. And for guys like you and me, that same shit is the simple things. It's not about creating some large movement or changing the world. No. It's about getting sober. It's about letting your balls fill. And it's about sitting in that motherfucking fire. Because maybe there is big things that you're meant to go out and do. And I'm sure for many of you there are. But God and the universe and your higher self, even though it has these plans for you to go actualize these purposes that you have in your life, the universe cannot trust you yet. The universe cannot trust you to handle these things, because as soon as you even get like a little spike in energy 5 days into your retention streak, you crack. You crack because it's too horny. Why is it going to trust you with these big plans it has for your future if you can't even manage the little things? Why would you be trusted with the big things if you can't even be trusted with the little things? It's about becoming somebody who's reliable for the universe that God can depend on. That the divine hand of our Creator can reach down and, using you as a vessel, actualize its will. There's much spiritual work to be done, brother. There's much work to be done. Get sober, let your balls fill, and sit in that fire. Because retention isn't just about avoiding busting a few nuts. If you relapse, who gives a shit? Who gives a crap? So what? You busted a nut. You did it for years and years without thinking about it. Who cares that you went for nothing, you busted a nut? Get over yourself. It's about the person you are becoming. Are you a person that folds when a little bit of pressure is applied to him? Or are you the type of person who has such a grounded sense of individualness, such a grounded, centered sense of self-authority? You've reclaimed so much of your mental capital that you can look one of the most powerful cravings and urges in the fucking face, and you can just go, huh, that's cute. That's cute. I don't care what I'm told. I don't care what my addictions and my cravings tell me. I don't care what these other people tell me. I don't care what society tells me. I'm going to go within and ask my higher self and my intuition in my freaking belly, what do I do in this moment? And I will let that lead me. And that is the way home. That is the path. And that only will come when you get sober. You let your balls fill and you sit in the fire. So do that. I'll see you in the next video.